Start the recording and yeah, start. Go ahead, guys. Yeah. So, first of all, I would like to invite you all. I am so glad that you joined in, and I hope that this session is going to be fun. The topic or the basic outline of the meet is reading for fun and reading for Bookstagram. I would like to highlight there is no versus. We read for fun and we also do Bookstagram for fun. So we just try to couple it together. And we have our very lovely, the cutest speakers here. Nelvina is here, Saira is here, Hawa is here. First of all, I would like these little kids, these cutest baby girls, to introduce themselves and then we can proceed further with the meet. Okay. First of all, let's start with Nelvina. Nelvina, can you just introduce yourself in brief?
Sure. My name is Nelvina. I'm 11 years old and I really love reading. That's why I started Bookstagram because reading is my passion and I wanted to do something with it.
Okay, that's lovely. Next, let's ask Saira. What? Tell us something about yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Saira and I have lots and lots of hobbies, but of course, my favorite is reading. I started reading when I was 7 and it was the lockdown. I was bored and frustrated. There was nothing to do, and then I just started reading, and then I was on a roll. Nobody could stop me.
That's lovely. We are so glad that you find your passion in the times when everyone was really struggling through in their life. That's lovely. That's the positive side of a pandemic, I guess. Okay, next up, let's talk with Hawa. Hawa, tell us something about yourself.
Well, I'm Hawa and I'm a 12-year-old. And the first thing, and there's nothing you need to know about me except that I love reading books. And when I read books, it's like you go into another world, and it's like my passion, not just a passion, it has to be there. It has a place in my heart.
That was lovely. That was so passionate. I can tell that you really love to read. Also, the people who don't know, all the beautiful kids whom we have here, they are also bookstagrammers. They have an online presence where they talk about books and they inspire a lot other kids and even I would say adults, because I was amazed at the number of books that you guys read, the type of books that you all read. There is no specific genre. You love to read so much, and I think that also pushed me and a lot of people who follow you to read even more, seeing that you guys in your busy schedule of school and homework and extracurricular activities are reading. I'm so glad that I could have you guys here and I get to talk with you. Okay, so I will start the session, start the talk with the very primary question, that how did it all start? What happened? Which was the book that ignited it and made reading a very big part of your life? So, as Saira already told us that she started reading during pandemic, so let's hear her first. What was your experience like? What was your first book? How it started?
My very first book was a box set of Frozen books. When I just started the first chapter, I was so intrigued and I continued to read and read and read. That was my first ever book, and it's kind of my most favorite one too.
That's lovely. I love the movies, but I haven't had the opportunity to read the books. Now that you have said it, I really feel like reading the books, what they have to offer. Okay, now let's ask Hawa. How was it for you? How did you start reading? What was your first book?
Well, I had read a number of books before I started my passion for reading. Well, basically, I loved to read that time itself, but my passion was not ignited until, let's say, I was in fourth or fifth. That time I was 9 or 10, and then I started, you know, to feel bored every time, and then I just found a way to escape from this artificial world, and I
That's great.
started to read. And then in fifth grade, when I proceeded to fifth grade, I found Nelvina, who's my book bestie, who also shared my passion for reading books, which ignited it even more. We're in the same school.
Oh my God, you guys. Oh, that's so great. That's good to know that two people here actually inspired one another to pick up this journey. That's amazing. So, like, if you have to tell us that one book from where you started feeling like, yes, I want to do this, I want to read more and more, then what would be that book for you, Hawa?
Well, I would say that, before Harry Potter was not, age appropriate. When I was like, they say Harry Potter's for 7 plus, but technically there are some things in the book that could not be for ages 7 plus. So my mother would not let me to read the books until I actually started it in fourth grade. Finally, she had actually let me to read it, which actually it was a moment of happiness for me. And then I finally started reading the books, which was so interesting that I was immersed in them. It was like unputdownable.
That's great. I am a fellow Potterhead. I am a crazy Potterhead. I also have the Elder Wand. So yeah, little bit of flaunting, but I am crazy with Harry Potter. I'm just every time it comes up, the moment you said Harry Potter, something in my heart just started beating fast. So
You have
that's
the
lovely.
magic
That's great.
castle.
What I have?
You have the magic castle wand.
Yes. The one that comes in that
Oh,
fine black box and all. It's beautiful. It was a gift. And I remember when, as soon as my brother turned 10 years old, I literally forced him to read Harry Potter. That, yes, please read it. Okay, so enough of my ranting about Harry Potter. It's lovely to know that you guys have read it and enjoyed it. Let's
and
go to Lenvina.
another.
Yeah, tell us.
And not just that, Percy Jackson was also like a great book, which was basically recommended by Nelvina.
Yes, okay. So let's go to Nelvina. She has a lot of good recommendations I can see. Tell us, Nelvina, how it started for you. What ignited your love for reading?
Okay, yeah. So before I say this, I just want to say that I'm also a huge Potterhead and also a huge Percy Jackson fan too. So yeah. Okay, so how it started, honestly, I have to give a lot of credit to my mom. And because at the beginning, like nobody is going to, and when you're a child, everything that's going to be interesting to you is either going to be on a device or in a playset. So, but my mom, like, she started telling me, read. And first, I was like reluctant because I just wanted to play. But then my mom, she gave me a lot of picture books, and then I started getting interested in those. And then eventually with picture books like the Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson, I loved that, and I started reading more and more and more, and eventually I could read without my mom's help. I think this was when I was 5. And then when I reached when I reached like higher grades, I started bringing more books from the school library. And then at the end, like as Hawa said, when I met her, like finally I had someone to rant about every book I loved, and finally we would chit chat from morning till night about books, and it was absolute heaven. So yeah.
That's just so good. I really lack this book bestie in my life, and I'm so glad that you guys found each other. It's amazing. And talking about Percy Jackson, I have started reading Percy Jackson recently. So yeah, I have read the first book. I'm on to the second one. My brother's favorite books is the whole series, and he's pushing me like, you have to read it, you have to complete it, and I can tell why it's your favorite. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Do any of you want to add something to that, or like let's go to the second question if it's fine? Okay, can you guys give me a hands up? Okay, okay, okay. So let's go to this topic. What type of books do you prefer to read? When I was a kid, like I am 25 now, so I was a kid almost a decade and a half ago. So that's a long time back. But when I was a kid, I think that there were very less books, not less books available, but the reading culture in so young age was not that common. There were this very few books, picture books out there, but I have seen you guys read a huge variety of books on your account. You read fiction. I have seen you reading, I don't exactly remember on whose page I saw it, but someone of you was reading Diary of Annie Frank, and that's a very lovely book. It's a very painful book as well. There's fantasy, there are real life stories, there's adventure. What are your favorite genres? And if you have to tell us about one book, if you have to recommend us one book from that genre, let us know that. Let's start with Hawa. Tell us that what is your favorite type of book to read, and one recommendation from that genre.
Okay, so well, let's start with I am not a fan of fictional books, but I do like fictional books which have an inspiration in them, like they have an inspiration to other people. I prefer to read fictional books. They, like, as you can say, I cannot deny fantasy, because when Harry Potter and Percy Jackson is placed into fantasy and mythology, I cannot deny that. And then I also like adventure, and sometimes stories are based on real life stories. Like Percy Jackson was based on Greek mythology, which was typically what the Greek mythology. So I prefer to read all of these genres, typically in the form of category of fiction. And I also like I had just recently read this book, The Little Princess. It was like a great book that was about a young girl who was just like a 12-year-old girl like me, Sarah Crew. She had she had to go to boarding school, and she was, because her father was very rich and no one believed her. Her father died. She thought that her father's friend betrayed her. She was like a real princess through it all. Like it was a mix of fantasy, and it was also a mix of fiction. It was an inspiring book at the same time, which is why I would recommend it to you guys.
Wow, that sounds like something we all need to read. Okay, I will just quickly go through the comments that we have in the comments. Here, one of our lovely teammate is telling us her story of how she reads everywhere, literally in bus, in lab, and every other place. And she claims that she is a kid. But how old are you again, Trisha? Let us know,
24,
please.
24, turning 25 maybe.
I am 22. Okay. 22 and 14 days old.
Tell me you are in the lab.
No, please. How can you be so cruel? I'm at home now. It's Sunday.
Okay, so
Awesome,
it's Sunday
awesome.
fun day. Yeah,
No, not Sunday.
now we have got lovely recommendations from Hawa, and now let's ask Saira what you would like to tell us about the type of books that you read, and what would be your recommendation.
I feel that reading is like a cake. You have to add the right amount of spices and everything, the ingredients. I like a mix of everything, but most especially fantasy, magic, and science fiction. And I just love all of those kinds of books. I love books about faraway places because they improve my imagination. Like, for example, about the Arctic Circle. Anything. I just love, love, love reading. And if I have to read about a study book, then I will go with prehistory. Prehistory is really fascinating. My most favorite is fantasy magic, like I said, and the book which I would recommend would be The Hatmakers. It's so wonderful. It's about a girl named Cordelia who's not allowed to hat make because she isn't 12 years old yet. So, but then she decides to make a hat in secret and present the hat to the king. It's just too
Wow! First of all, every time the blurb of a children's book, I feel like it would make a perfect movie. It would make such a beautiful animated movie. I can literally picture it in front of my eyes. And the type of books that you are talking about, oh my god, it will be lovely. Now, before I go to Nelvina, I would also like to highlight this point that you very beautifully put it out here, that nowadays it's so difficult to read because everything interesting is inside a device, is on the other side of the screen. So, obviously, when I come to you, I come with the question that what are the type of books that literally makes you feel like, okay, screen sheen dur rahe, but I can put my whole interest into this book and I don't care what's happening on screen. I will love what I'm reading and I will go on to tell people how it is. And if you recommend it, they will also forget that they don't need to look at screen, but reading is much more fun. Let's listen what Nelvina has to say about it.
So, a book that I don't look at a screen for. So, this is a hard question because most of the time I just skip on screen time to read because I really don't have time to read during school days. Because when all the schoolwork comes piling up, you go like, yes, let me read this book, and your mom reminds you, what about that pile of homework sitting over there? And then you weep over your homework. So there are a lot of books that way, but I'm just going to go with a classic Harry Potter because that is a kind of book that you can reread 1,000 times without getting bored of it. So I would definitely skip on screen time for that. It's a mix of everything I love and the building and then all the stuff that's going on there. It's so captivating. It makes you want to go inside the book and live there. So that's the kind of book that I like the most, I guess.
Okay, so now that you guys, I have known that you all are big Harry Potter fans. We all are Potterheads. So let me just ask a very Harry Potterish question, which I couldn't put into the book, into the slide because I never knew that what are the type of books that you read. So tell me, guys, do you also feel like Harry and Ron were not just to Hermione? They were always irritating her, and they were, like not totally there to support her, or it is just me who felt like Hermione was treated unjustly?
Should I start?
Can we have Hava? Yeah. Hava, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was going to say that you're actually kind of right in a way because Hermione is a very independent type of girl. She kind of just makes it through her own problems, right? Like she's so independent, and
True.
I believe that Hermione she was like Ron, Harry were not supportive to her because Hermione could get through her own problems, and Hermione was like a person that doesn't need anyone else's help and would get through the problems by herself, even though she actually needed Harry and Ron's help at that time. Harry and Ron did not know what to do because they were not as, independent as Hermione.
True. And I saw a poster somewhere where it said that Harry would be dead if Hermione was not there in the very first book. So, yeah, let's keep that aside. I have heard that Saira has to leave early. So, Saira, we just wish that we could have you for longer. Tell us something that do you also agree? You have read Harry Potter, right? You are also a fan. You have it?
Yes, I have read Harry Potter. I just love it so much. I've been to Harry Potter World too. It's just as amazing as it's.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, so
Okay, so
I do feel sorry for Hermione, but I also feel quite sorry for Ron. Hermione is really independent, just as Hava said. She doesn't need anything. She doesn't need anything from anyone. But then everybody needs friends, right? So that's what I feel sorry for both of them, because then Ron is also getting really tired of Hermione whenever Hermione just she writes 4-foot essays instead of 3 feet.
Yes, yes, yes. She's notoriously a huge book nerd, like we all are, and she's a big inspiration. I would say that Hermione Granger shaped a lot of my personality, and I'm so glad that you guys are reading about such amazing female characters. And I can only imagine how beautifully they are crafting your personality. I'm so glad. So, Saira, do you have to leave now? Is it you can stay a bit longer?
I do have to leave now. I'm really sorry.
Okay. So like let's wrap it up. Let us know that if you enjoyed this, and then we can proceed, and you can leave the video.
I love this meeting so much. It was an honor to be here. My pleasure.
Thank
So
you,
lovely. It
Saira.
was so
Thank you.
lovely to
Thanks a
have you.
lot. Thanks a lot, and do convey my regards to Priyam. I'm so happy, and we're looking forward to have more such sessions with you. Okay, be prepared.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bye,
take care.
Have a
everyone.
lovely
Bye.
day
Love you.
ahead. Keep
Mwah. Bye.
reading. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Okay, in
so
the
let
mid,
us.
okay, Suresh, sorry to interrupt, but in the mid of this discussion, trust me, I'm sitting like these kids of this age. Trust me, मैं इस age में ना, I used to be behind my mom's pallu. I never used to be this. I became talkative later, but still, I'm so proud of you
I'm
girls.
at awe. I'm at awe. They are such lovely speakers. Oh my god. I'm
Exactly.
really
Please
happy to see.
continue. Please continue.
Okay, so now the next question that I have for you, it is a bit serious from the ones that I have been asking, and I want really honest opinion of you guys in this one. Do you feel any pressure to read more and more books just because you are a bookstagrammer? Because you are out there recommending books to people. There are people, your followers, who are expecting that, okay, now she will come up with a new review, now she'll come up with a new book recommendation. Do you feel like you are sometimes reading just because you have to meet a certain goal? I think I saw it on Nelvina's page that you were doing this 100 book recommendations on for 100 days. So can you elaborate that? Is it pressurizing to be a bookstagrammer? Let's start with Melvina.
So actually, at the beginning, I did not feel any pressure. I read whenever I went. Like, if I saw a book, okay, sure, I liked it, I read it. But as time went, like my profile became bigger, and then when I started the 100 days, 100 books, initially it was just like normal. But then halfway through the middle, I just started getting scared. What if I didn't read a book for today? And what if I didn't have a book to review today? And because of that, I just got a little nervous, and I started feeling slightly pressurized. But then I realized that I don't want books to be a chore, because I started Bookstagram because I wanted to share my passion with others, not something I did just for the sake of an Instagram page. And not only that, like when book mails came, I used to like finish it on that day itself because I wanted to review it as fast as possible. But now I know just to like wait, and then whenever I have time to do it, because I want books to be a good thing for me, not for something I'm pressured to do, but something I am doing of my own free will because I love it so much.
That was such a mature answer. I really agree to everything that you said, that reading is such a fun thing and we do it to escape from reality. You know, it is our own little space. And I am also a bookstagrammer, and I have started really new, but like I understand that when there are so many people out there who have certain expectations from you, from your page, it gets really pressurizing. But we should never forget that we started this because we love reading, not because we wanted to be on Bookstagram, right? So that was lovely. Now let's go to Hawa. Hawa, have you felt any kind of similar pressure? Do you feel like you have to post on Bookstagram and say
Well,
something to your followers?
well, for me, no pressure at all, because when it comes to reading, I'm just like Sirius Black, just careless, and I just care about reading the books and just finishing them, and I just remember every single detail about them, so I don't feel any pressure. Whatever books I like and want to recommend, they'll definitely be recommended on my Bookstagram account. And whatever books I'm like, uh, okay, this is an okay book, I would still, you know, post it on my Bookstagram so that they could know what's appropriate and everything. And that's why I have no pressure to read, because I am just careless when reading books.
Firstly, you gave very important two lessons in the very short statements that you made. First of all is books before everything. You are reading because you like it and not because you have to put it out there. And secondly, the independence, the pleasure. If you're not enjoying it, then what's the point of it? What's the point of telling people? And honesty, obviously, that you said that you want to put it out there, even it is not an amazing read. If you didn't feel great after reading it, this is something that we all lack. I think at this age, social media is, all about making everything picture perfect, and it's great to see that a young person like you believes in such great principles and want to be honest even on her social space. That's just lovely. Okay, so
Thank you.
now should I go to the next question? Can I have a thumbs up from you guys? Okay, the next question that I have for you, it is, how does it feel when you see people taking recommendations from you and read the book you loved? I am sure that it has happened, and we also got to know that Hawa is inspired to pick up Harry Potter, and Percy Jackson from Nelvina inspired her to do so, and she read it and she loved it. So, Nelvina, how did you feel? How was your experience when she finally read the books you recommended, and even other people when they read the books you recommended?
So at the beginning, like I read the Percy Jackson and Harry Potter books, and I was like, you need to read this, because I desperately needed someone to converse about. Oh my god, Ron is this, Hermione is this. Oh my god! And I started freaking out because I really wanted to say. So I started telling how I read this book, how I read this book, how I read this book, and like finally she read it, and then it felt great because she read it upon my recommendation, and then finally I could rant and discuss about random things about it, and it was amazing. And whenever if I see someone taking a book from my page and reading it, that would be amazing, because I know that I inspire someone to read it, and that's just amazing.
Yes, that will be like pure joy. Let's talk to Hawa. Hawa, have Nelvina taken any of your recommendations and read the book that you recommended, or anyone else? Do you have to say something about it?
Well, let's just say that whenever people just take recommendations from me and actually read the book which I love and they love it too, the feeling is just so great. Like now someone else loved it, mission accomplished. And then I'm like, yes, when they love it, I just dance around like, yes, finally someone else loved it. And then, oh, like I've just given a few recommendations to Nelvina, which she has not read yet, and I am telling her to read it. I think that's pretty much gonna be every day now that we're going to join school tomorrow. And not just that, I feel like I love, like when I donated two books to the library. I had donated two books to the library. So book one book I have seen like at least 7 to 8 people holding that book and borrowing it without knowing who. And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy. My heart's like, oh my god, yeah.
That must be an amazing feeling to see so many people reading it. And Nelvina, tell us, why haven't you read what Hawa has recommended to you? We want answers.
So basically, I was like, okay, I need to read this, and I started scouring online for it. So I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was really frustrated. And at one point, I guess I forgot. But I did read some books how I recommended, and now I'm really going to go and read the other books she recommended, because the book she recommended was amazing. I'm recommending it to you all now. The Chronicles of Narnia was amazing. I mean, I just heard of it before I read it. I didn't even know, like, okay, I thought, okay, it's a boring book. okay, let me forget about it. But then Hawa just told me, you need to read the Chronicles of Narnia. It's amazing. And I'm like, okay, sure. And it was in the library. So I picked it up and I started reading. And then I became absolutely obsessed with it. So here's another book for us to rant on.
That's lovely. And yes, the thing that you talked about, that we need people to talk to the books that we love, right? And I think that is also one of the major reasons that Bookstagram was created initially. And like even now, the purpose is because you want to talk to people, and of more often than not all of our friends share the similar kind of hobby, similar kind of joy in reading. So you need people, you need people who will be obsessed with it and dream about it. Okay, that was lovely answers from you guys. Now the last question that I have for you, I didn't keep a lot of questions because I also wanted to do some fun chit chat. So here is the last question: that do you think you will like to be a bookstagrammer even when you grow up? So you guys have started really early, so I really want to know that how the experience have been, how it started, and do you see yourself, like even being 20, 30 in future, recommending books to other people? Do you really love this thing so much? Let's start with Hawa. Tell us.
So I do not care about age to start with. I do not care about age. Like I'll just be any age and still read the books. Even when I turn old or anything, I'm still gonna read books. Like if books is my hobby, then why am I going to stop it at a particular age?
That's great. That's lovely. Okay, Nelvina, what do you have to say about it?
So when I began Instagram, I thought that okay, I was a little nervous actually, and my reviews. It could be seen in my reviews, like I was very nervous, but I just did the reviews, and eventually after my 100 days 100 books challenge, my reviews just became more and more like confident, and then I was just super happy about that because my growth was showing in my Instagram. My confidence was growing and everything, and that made me super happy. And about my future, I would be really happy if I did do the Bookstagram. But honestly, nobody knows what's in the future. But all I know is I'm never gonna stop reading as long as I'm alive. So that's doubtless.
First of all, the way you guys drop in truth bombs, we adults are at awe. Okay, you guys are so honest and so
Life
chill with
crisis ho gaya,
answers.
life crisis.
Yeah, like
You're on mute, Sresh. You got on
I
mute.
muted myself. Yes, such move I am. So that's there. Like even people like us who understand the dark side of internet and social media, even we often forget that okay, we need to maintain a healthy relationship with like our online presence and our personal life. Even I was talking to Kavi, our EBC's. I don't know what to say. The life of EVC. We were talking about the same thing a few days back. That how we just take it in different turns. We just make it something else, and we kind of give up on the hobby. We kind of give up on like coming in front of camera and trying to recommend books to other people, to inspire other people to read about it. And it's lovely to see that you guys have such positive outlook to it, and that's really great. I am so happy. Okay, I'll do the Korean hearts. Okay, that was officially the end of the slide that I have prepared for you guys. Now we have very lovely people here on this meet who are also bookstagrammers, who are there on even Sonali is here. She is also on BookTube. I am on BookTube. I make videos on YouTube as well. So I would like the people in the meet to ask something. If you have any questions to ask these lovely speakers, is there anything that you want to talk about, that you want to discuss? Now is your time. You can unmute yourself and talk, or you can drop a message in the chat box. Up to you guys. And till then, let us ask Nelvina and Hawa about what you guys are reading right now and how are you enjoying it. What is your current read?
So I've already finished my current read, but to start with, I'm going to read A Court of Thorn and Roses.
Isn't
Wow.
it an adult's book?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, well, I really want to read it. I'm not going to stop until I get the permission from my mom to read it. That day I'm going to finish the.
I am surprised.
Kavi's expression. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I'm like, what?
Nelvina, do you want to tell us about your current read?
Okay, so about A Court and Thorn of Roses, I'm telling you, I have a lot of books that I want to read, but I cannot read because it's written YA, and I'm like, Mom, I am a YA. I am technically a YA, but then she
Oh my
says
god.
actually, but actually she's telling the truth. Like, I'm going to have to wait, even though how painful it is. But putting that aside, my current read is from my book haul. It's here over here, the bookshop at the back of Beyond. My mom bought it from me, and it looks like a really good book. So, and I'm like at the beginning, so I can't wait to finish reading it.
That's lovely, guys. And I can tell this forbidden books that you have in your TBR, they are, I am sure that they are amazing books. But yeah,
I can
yeah, tell us about.
I can show you my TBR cart if you want to see it. It's full. It's
Sure,
flooding.
sure.
No, they are
Okay,
forbidden
think-
for a reason. Although they are beautiful books, they are great books actually, but they are
Yeah.
forbidden for a reason. But हाँ, क्या ही कर सकते हैं?
Can you
If you
see
want to read, definitely you can. Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes. Oh
Lord
my
of
god,
the
so
Rings,
many
you're gonna
books I
love it.
even have on my TBR.
Okay, guys. Literally,
I have all the
how list of books we have. All the book lovers will have. Oh my god.
It's
Yeah.
flooding. It's flooding.
A Christmas
I think
Carol.
we should do, yes, we should do a read along someday, you know, when we all just read
The Six
same
of
book with the
Crows.
kids.
My god.
Six
Shadow
of
and
Crows,
Bone.
yes. Oh my god, there are some amazing Little Women is a lovely book. I love it with my
Yeah.
whole heart.
Great.
There's so
great.
many
Superb,
amazing
Hava,
books in
superb.
there. Hava.
Recommended by Melissa.
Of course. And I'm sure Nelvina is also having such a list, right? And she'll be having books that are to be read a lot, like on her shelf.
Yeah, Nelvina, I have seen your bookshelf. It's so,
So
beautiful. I'm
pretty.
so jealous
So
at times.
pretty.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
You know, you guys are
Thank
bonding
you.
over.
Right on it.
You guys are bonding over the reading spirit, and we people, the people of our age, are bonding over the trauma that we could not have any of this, right, Sreshta?
Oh my god, yes. I remember when I was a kid, I had to, hide a book that I was reading inside my textbook and read it because otherwise, maar padne wali thi mujhe. That is a
Mostly-
very scarring memory. I just hope that it's not the same for you guys. Your parents are really happy with you. Your reading
Yeah,
and everything.
you know, I remember I was preparing for CUET when I was when I just finished my degree, and at that time I used to take review projects, and while I was learning, like I have a time for study, but I could not study because I have to finish this book, and then I'll be reading on my phone, and my mom and dad will be asking, "Why is your book shining?" It's in Malayalam. They'll ask in Malayalam, and then I say, "It's the light of knowledge." Light of knowledge. And then my
Well
sister
said,
be like,
well said, my friend.
okay, enough. Go and study.
Okay,
I
so
have a question.
Nelvina and yeah, okay, Kavi, go ahead.
Can I say you have something to
Yeah,
say?
sure. No, you go ahead.
Great. I have a question. Nelvina and Hava, both of you. See, I totally understand that you people are loving reading. Actually, I had this doubt, whatever Sreshta asked, if reading is becoming a tiring thing for you, but you guys are properly enjoying the process of reading, which is so inspiring to see. But I would like to take this moment to appreciate the role of your parents. who are pushing you to read, right? And just let me know, how do they help you in maintaining this? For example, Nelvina is doing 100 days book challenge. 100 days book challenge, when you're doing, you need 100 books, which means you have to get 100 books. And else apart, if you want to read any other book, they'll be buying it for you or taking you to libraries. So how, what is their role in enriching your reading life? We would love to know. Nelvina.
So I'm sure that I would have started reading without her. So I am very very glad for her. And about the Bookstagram, she has helped me so much in it. Like basically, it's her phone that we take the videos in. So every day she reminds me. So that is so helpful because some days I just start reading and I read and I'm like, no, I don't want to take a review. I want to read a new book. And then my mom is like, okay, then fine, you go. And then I just remember, okay, she's only helping, and then I have to do. And about the books, I'm so glad because now I have an excuse to ask for new books. Because every time I finish all my books, earlier if I asked her, she would be like, let your exams finish, I will buy for you. But now for the review, she has to buy. So recently only I got a book haul. We have the school library and I'm getting book mail. So yeah, with all that I'm getting plenty of books. So I'm very happy for my mom also.
Great, superb. Nelvina, is it possible to bring your mom on frame by any chance? If she can, we would love to have her.
My mom is saying no.
Really? We would love to have you, ma'am. I don't know your mom's name. What's your mom's name?
Nancy.
Nancy, could you please just a sneak peek? We would love to see you, because see, whatever Nelvina is speaking today is only because of you, and we would like to see you.
Yes, that is the biggest parenting advice that ma'am can give to everyone.
Hi, Nancy. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
We are flabbergasted. We are in awe. We don't know what do we feel at the moment. Trust me.
Yeah,
I did not expect this session to be this beautiful. I mean, like, these kids are speaking with so much maturity and clarity that we don't even have right now in our lives.
Yes.
And a major part of it, I think, is because they are readers, Kavi, because they are reading so many books. Their vocabulary is so rich at this age that people
Ignited.
have.
Food critic. I was like, what?
That is true, and also we cannot push them because they think in a more mature way than I am actually. Sometimes she will say it's okay, we can wait, we can review later also, no problem.
How
It's not
challenging it is to handle a kid who is mature than you because of reading.
Trust me, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Now I ask her, how many hours are you going to read today? Is it 5, 6, 8? No, I cannot push him beyond that because her eyes, she's wearing glasses, her power is increasing. It's kind of concerning. So when her exams starts, I will say, no, you cannot read this much. You have to find a balance between your studies and your reading. So that is the only thing I ask her during the exams.
Exactly. We have to
And
make
Nelvina,
that also, right?
full on Hermione Granger energy. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you for having me. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Nancy. Now moving on to Hawa. Yes, Hawa, tell me, what is the role of your parents?
Well, just like Nelvina, my mom, we always click the videos from her phone only, and she always reminds me, Mama, don't you have to take a book review? But I'm so busy reading that I don't even want. For some reason,
God.
okay, but then sometimes I'm like, okay, fine, I have to do it. There are some good books that I have to recommend, and then after that, whenever my mom buys new books for me, she's like, have you read this? Have you read this? I'm like, yes. She was like, oh my god, then I guess I have to buy new books again.
Oh no. Great,
Oh my god,
great,
I
Hava.
remember saving my lunch money to buy new books, and oh my god, you guys are so lucky. I'm so happy for you.
Really? And Hava, can we have your mom on screen? We would love to.
She's camera shy.
Oh, what's her name?
Shazia.
Shazia, we would love to see you, but if you really, we would love to see you. Trust us, because whatever Hava is today, it's because of you, your support, and we would love to have you. But if you are camera shy, you are not
She's
comfortable.
running
it's
away.
tot-
She's running
Okay,
away.
okay. If you're not comfortable, totally fine and good. But yeah, we acknowledge your, because you know we need as women, we need that assurance कि कोई हमें accept करे, कोई हमारे बातों के मतलब whatever we are doing, they just congratulate us on it. And Nancy, Shazia, you're doing a great job as parents. Trust me.
Yes,
Guys,
exactly.
please give a
Like,
round of
this is
applause for them.
truly. I love moms who just inspire their kids to read. I want
I
to
have
be
a
that
new
kind of-
addition to mom goals now.
Yes. Oh no, it was always there. I always wanted my kid to be equally obsessed with books as I am. So yeah.
These people are going to help us in future when we need guidance. Ki, this is happening with my kid. What kind of books should I give? And okay, so as we are approaching to the end of the session, I just want to give you one advice, Melvina, Hava, and even Saira. I just want to tell you one thing, that while you're growing up, you're going to meet a lot of authors, a lot of books, okay, like Akotar, whatever it is. You're going to meet a lot of new genres. But as a reader, your growth depends on the growth of coming out from each genre. Both of you are in young adult age right now. You are in teenage right now, or getting into teenage. So there's a chance that you might get stuck over one particular genre or one particular type of books. Okay, so don't let that happen with you. Keep exploring. Keep finding
That's what
new
my dad
books.
always
Okay,
My dad always
your dad exactly meant what I meant. I'm sure. Okay, so I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you people are reading at this age. But I want to tell you, your growth depends on how you dare to come out of some comfort zones that you have. Okay, you need to come out of it. You need to explore as much as you can and find new good books. See, there are 9 lakh books published every year, and it's impossible for one reader to complete all these books. But finding the right books, also one more thing I'll tell you, finding the right book is the right thing to do. And I believe that the right book comes to us. We don't go in search of it, it comes to us. Okay, so keep that option open, keep that window open so that good books come to you when you're. Are you leaving, Nelvina? Is it time for you to leave?
No, I just
Say something.
say
Yeah,
something
sure.
about it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with fiction and fantasy, and I would not read anything outside of it. Fiction, fantasy. So that's primarily the reason why my almost my entire bookshelf is filled with fiction and fantasy. So up to the age of 10, I was only reading that genre, and I actually did not realize how bad it was because I got obsessed with that particular genre. I mean, reading is one thing, but then I kept only reading fiction, so I was not able to find out more about real life, more about the actual life, and it was not good. But then my mom again, like she told me that I needed to expand and broaden my reading. So now, because of that, I'm reading more fiction, prehistoric stuff, and then now I'm reading non-fiction, which is totally outside my comfort zone in reality. But I feel like it is good for me. Like if I did not start that, I would not have read Anne Frank's Diary, which is a total loss in my opinion because you have to read that book.
Yeah, exactly. Such a beautiful book.
And because of that, now I know that I really need to read non-fiction, whether it's in my comfort zone or not, because eventually it will become a part of my broader comfort zone, and then I'll be able to read it as a part of myself, and then I'll have more knowledge, and it'll be good for my life and inspiration.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you guys, that's what I have to tell you, that don't get stuck somewhere, okay? And we have a message from Sonali. Guys, Sonali is also a bookstagrammer. You can check her page, Traveling Pages. Shrestha is a bookstagrammer, her.chaotic.mind. Both of them are awesome booktubers, and these two people are our
all-time GD host. They save us all the time. So Sonali says, honestly, Nelvin and Hawa, you guys are adorable and doing amazing job. Always keep it up. There is so much more you guys will explore and learn. So all the best wishes from whole EBC family. Yeah, okay. Have like enjoy the life, enjoy your life with books. And yes, one more thing. If you need any guidance or any help regarding any book, if you have any doubt, okay, is this book perfect or should I go for this book? Because the time you spend for a book is actually worthy. So if you have any such doubts, you can definitely contact any one of us. Okay, we are always here to help you. And for sure, this is an announcement. I'll be starting a kids book club as a part of our ABC family. And definitely Nelvina, Hawa, Saira, all of you are by default additions in it. Okay, I'll talk to your parents and and do the further proceedings. I would love to have people like you so that you people have a great time there. Yeah, Shrestha.
Ma'am, I want to say something. See, Nelvina, Hawa, obviously Kavi gave very appropriate and very mature and very good advices, but here is an advice from a very chaotic person who doesn't want to consider herself an adult. It is that read whatever you like, guys. Honestly, just don't, because I said that I thought that okay, I love books, I love reading, I will go on and have a degree in English literature. I did my master's in it, and as soon as those books become mandatory for me to read, I lost interest. And that's how for a very long period of my life I just stopped reading. So like obviously expand your type of books that you're gonna read, try something new. But if you read something and it's a book, say if you're going to read, say, The Book Thief or A Thousand Splendid Suns, and everyone loves so beautifully about that book, but you won't find it enjoyable, there is no pressure, guys. Like, reading should be fun. That's all I have to say. Yeah, reading for knowledge, great, but reading should be primarily for fun. That's my advice. Now obviously it's up to you guys. You guys will have a long journey in reading, so just read.
That's what Sirius Black could do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like there needs to be some unhinged energy in here, where you get to decide. Because in real life, everyone is telling us you have to do this is your syllabus, this is what you have to read, this is you have to do. There needs to be some place where we get to decide, we get to pick. And obviously, if you like a certain type of books, read them. Try to read something new, try to find something. My phone is being chaotic today, it's just falling off. But like, yeah, just do whatever you want. That's my honest opinion for you guys. And I see that you guys are very mature for your age. You will slay. You will do whatever you do, it will be great, it will be awesome. So I think that some who was talking, how you were talking.
Even though I read like non-fictional books sometimes, which are very good and inspiring and good for me, fiction books will still always have like that place in my heart that nothing can ever replace.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Before the session ends, I really needed to say something. So there's a common misconception that bookworms are introverts, and whenever I see this, I go furious because it's a fact of life. If the last word anyone would use to describe me is introvert, because I am such an extrovert. Like, anyone who knows me can attest to that. And I'm like, people, because you read a book, you're more extroverted because you keep ranting about it to each and every person, even people who haven't read the book. You go up in their faces and be like, read this book, this is the book of your life, this will change your life. So no, we are not introverts. That's just the last thing I needed to say.
Keep up with that energy. That really needs to be out there. You need to push more and more people to read. That's amazing, guys. It was such an honor to have you guys here. I am at awe the way Kavi said that we could not even imagine ourselves being so young and being so confident in front of camera and doing what you guys are doing. You guys are awesome. You guys are so cute, so great. I love you guys. Please stay connected. I wish that we come up with new such opportunities where we get to talk more and more about this collective experience of joy of reading. Kavi, concluding words from you, and then we can just end the session.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that screaming. My dad just suddenly got, he came to give me grapes. So I cannot even be.
That was such a lovely thing he was doing. Yeah.
No, I cannot be angry on him. Yeah, so sorry for that. But yeah, I'm so happy. People who have watched the whole session will find that I am not sitting here. I'm trying to jump off from my chair because I'm so excited seeing these kids speak. You know, I was like, I literally felt proud of about myself that I bought this session. I bought up this idea and I made it reality because, guys, you people are really great, but this is not something like it's your beginning, just your beginning, okay? And I hope you people read even more, you people explore even more, and stay in touch. All the best, okay? May only good things happen to you. And yeah, let's have an offline meetup, definitely, fingers crossed, okay? Hope we have touch wood. So yeah, thanks a lot, Nelvina, for accepting my invitation. Thanks a lot to Nancy, actually, for accepting my invitation and letting Nelvina be the speaker. And Hava, thanks a lot for accepting the invitation and coming here and speaking your heart out. We really loved having you. Looking forward to more such sessions. And yes, take care, read a lot. Okay, enjoy your school.
Thank you so
It was
much.
lovely,
I
guys.
enjoyed this experience so much. It was so lovely talking about Instagram and Bookstagram and all we love to do. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. It was lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Take care.